Hey guys, welcome back. So today I have another project for you, something that everybody should love, which is pillows. And seriously, if you don't love pillows, that's a you problem. Now back to our scheduled program. I recently moved into a new home, so I'm super excited to do a lot more DIY projects in each room incorporating leather. So today I wanted to make some accent pillows for my new couch. And instead of using fabric like I would typically use, which gets a little boring and kind of played out, we'll be using some hair on hide and some fur to complete these pillows. Pillows are really easy to make, so if this is something you've been wanting to learn how to make using fur, leather, anything of that nature, then this is your opportunity to create with me. So let's get started. The first thing you want to do is start with your pillow. You can easily create a pattern piece based on the pillow size itself. Just add another 1/2 inch of seam allowance to give you enough space to stitch. Or if you like your pillowcase or pillow to be on the fluffier side, just go ahead and use exact measurements of your pillow. In addition to the square pillow, I'll also be using this rectangular pillow. This is an older leather pillowcase that I made previously. Today I'll be showing you two techniques. One will be with the zipper close method. The other will be with this closure right here, which is a seamless closure. This type of closure doesn't give you as much accessibility as a zipper closure, but if you're okay with that and you have no desire to swap out pillowcases on a regular basis, then you should be okay with this method. Another way to cut accurate measurements for your pillowcase is to take an old pillowcase and just measure it completely around, including all of the seams and or seam allowances possible. This particular pillowcase has a center back zipper closure, but because it is of a lighter weight fabric, an invisible zipper works just fine. But because we will be working with leather, which is way thicker than fabric, I'll be using a metal zipper to keep everything nice and secure. For the first pillow, we'll be using this beige sheepskin, which I am completely obsessed with. When I saw this on the Weaver site, it was an instant go-to. I figured everything that I would want in a pillowcase would come from this piece of sheepskin. It is so soft and so plush. It's just perfect, you guys. Like, I plan to make multiple pillowcases out of this. But yes, the first pillowcase will be this one. You see, I'm just punching at it because it's so freaking soft. And then the second pillowcase will be using luxurious hair on hide. You guys, this thing, oh my gosh, it's just so perfect. I love gold. I love light colors. You see this heart? This is real love. I'm just so in love with this piece of hair on hide. I love any hair on hide, honestly, but this one is perfect and it just matches my home decor and the bohemian aesthetic that I'm going for. So yeah, between the hair on hide and the sheepskin, they will complement each other well. For the first pillowcase, since we are using a zipper, you want to make sure that your zipper is not the same width of your pillow. You want to cut that down to make sure that it is at least in the center of your pillowcase. Leaving an inch on each side of your pillow, an inch to 1.5 inches is a good amount of space. For a center closure, additionally, it'll give you enough room to squeeze your pillow in without having to fight, as you will see with the next pillow. Once you cut off the excess zipper, you'll want to make sure you add some zipper tabs using the same fabric as your pillowcase or a contrasting fabric. It is completely up to you. Depending on how wide, short, or tall your pillowcase is, the length of your zipper tabs will be dependent on that. As far as the width, you'll just cut the same measurements of your zipper. Before you stitch all of your seams shut, you want to make sure you open your zipper halfway so that once everything is closed, you have no problem getting in and turning your pillowcase inside out. Additionally, I went in and trimmed down some of the side seams. I sewed this at a 1/2 inch seam allowance just to make sure I had enough space, but I wanted to trim it down so that when I turn it inside out, it's not super bulky and thick on the sides. Now we can go ahead and turn our pillowcase inside out. Starting from the corners. Make sure those are pushed in really good and pull from the corner to turn it inside out. This will probably be the most time consuming, is pushing these freaking corners out because they get they're really thick. So you want to make sure you push them out as much as you can and even them out so your pillows don't look crazy lopsided. Especially when it comes to this area where you have your tabs, you want to push out all of that. And if you need to take a pair of scissors or something sharp, not nothing sharp to hurt yourself, but sharp enough to push out these corners, you can do that as well. So I am going to take these dull little scissors, pinch into this corner right here, and push this out as much as I can. As long as I get this appearance, a semi-clean fold, then you're good, because it's almost inevitable to push the entire piece out completely because you have a bulk of leather right there. But this is good enough and it should look nice and clean like that. Now when it comes to our sheepskin, we're just going to pair up both of our main pieces right sides together and do a stitch all the way around, making sure we leave an opening so that we can insert our pillow. My opening is a little small, which might make it a little difficult to insert the pillow, but you can do your opening as long as you want. I just like mine at this length to make the closure area less visible and almost seamless. I will say that sewing these two pieces together is a little challenging because the sheepskin is so thick that it required a lot of tussling just to make sure the seams matched up together, stayed straight, and allowed me to get a nice clean stitch line, but everything worked out. It just takes a lot of arm work. Here you can see I left that opening, and I'm also going to go ahead and trim off some of this excess hair so that, again, when we turn it inside out, our sides are not super bulky. So here's how the pillowcase looks once everything is turned inside out. I love it. It's so soft and plush, and you just want to make sure you pucker out all of your corners so that everything looks nice and even. I haven't even put the pillow inside yet, but I'm definitely going to make a lot more pillowcases with this fabric. I love it. I have a lot more of this hair left, and oh my gosh, I love it. I just had to turn the contrast down a little bit so you guys could get the full essence of how this looks. Look at this. I'm in love. Oh my gosh, this is a perfect throw pillow. I feel like I just built some new muscles. Okay, so once you have your pillow in there, the last thing you'll do is stitch this closed, give it a nice top stitch. Now everything is completely shut and we can move on to stuffing our acid wash pillowcase. The zipper opening on this pillowcase makes it way easier to insert your pillows. In addition to, if you get tired of this style, you can easily swap it out. Remove the pillow insert and use it with another case. And that concludes this video. This is the final look of the 2-throw pillows on my sitting area, and I really love it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will catch you on the next project. Peace.